you guys for coming. We're going to do about 10, 15 minutes of questions here with Mr. Tyson. I think he needs no further introduction, but if you guys want to raise hands to get started with questions, I can just...
Hi.
All right, Mr. Tyson, how about you give us a brief overview of why you're here today?
Well, I'm here for the rescheduling of cannabis. I have a company, Tyson 2.0, one of the biggest companies in the world. And I'm here actually about the safety exponent of cannabis. There's a lot of bad cannabis going around, a lot of people getting sick. And I'm just asking to have it registered like alcohol. You know, if alcohol gets you sick, you know the store to go to, the sue, and get answers from it. I want the same thing to be for cannabis. I want to be responsible for anything negative, bad to happen to cannabis. I want to be responsible for it and have some place to go, to have somebody to be accountable.
How did your discussion with different senators this morning happen? What was kind of the atmosphere there?
All of it was very delightful, you know, but we'll see what happens when we go to the polls.
Do you feel that your platform is strong enough to raise attention to the issue? I mean, you yourself have a legacy, you're well known. Is that what made you spearhead this conversation?
Hopefully it will. Yes, I look forward to that to happen.
You have a pretty big financial interest in the cannabis industry.
Yes. Well, Pennsylvania has to look at this perspective. Everybody else around them already did. What's wrong with them? Is there something wrong with them? Is there something wrong with the community all around them? We have to decide that when we go to the polls.
What was some of the opposition you heard, and how did you try?
I haven't heard any opposition. I haven't heard any benefits as well. I guess they're going to keep that to themselves. We're talking to politicians here.
This all started online and now it's become this in-person conversation. What do you hope for the future? I mean, what is the timeline here for you?
To the end, till this becomes legal and it becomes registered, and people won't stop getting sick off of cannabis. I'll continue to do this till that happens.
Sorry, you're talking about concerns about safety and quality of cannabis products. Your company sells Delta 8 and similar products that are scheduled under legal under the Farm Bill. Isn't that kind of against?
No, because some of these bills have been legislated and people are illegally using these stuff. So that's not. Oh, excuse me. Oh.
I'm happy to step in on this question.
Please forgive me.
Yeah, my name is Ryan Burke. I'm the president and COO of Tyson 2.0. As it relates to the Farm Bill and products underneath it, the major issue is with synthetics, right? Purely hemp-derived products can be safe when regulated. The problem with that industry is there's so many loopholes that allow bad operators to come in, use synthetics, pesticides, et cetera, and because there's no testing system to hold them accountable, or age gates to ensure that children don't get their hands on it, it leads to a very bad stigma for that. But that the Farm Bill and the hemp industry as a whole needs to also be looked at when it comes to further regulation, both on a state and federal level.
And that answers that. Okay, yes.
How cannabis has helped you in your life?
Well, listen, it's changed my whole life around. I don't use cocaine anymore. I don't drink anymore. I don't use any other kind of drug that had me going, becoming crazy Mike. So I'm looking at me as the product of cannabis. From using everything else, from using acid, using cocaine, using alcohol, whatever I could take. And this is the product of all that. I gave it up over cannabis.
Do you have any plans to lobby in any other states?
All over the world, all over the country, any place that I could talk and people listen, I would say it.
Have you met with lawmakers anywhere else before?
All over the country. I spoke with people. I spoke to the president about this. Everyone that was willing to listen and give me a platform.
What did the president tell you?
Well, he had called. I've talked to him about it before. And then one particular time he actually called me and discussed to me about the rescheduling of it. And I said, when you happen to do that, I would like to be there. And he said, yeah, you'll be there when I happen to make that decision.
Governor Shapiro is obviously a proponent of regulating the weed industry here. Have you talked to him at all?
No, I haven't. I guess maybe soon I should. But yeah, is that true? Yeah, we're going to meet him this afternoon.
You're involved in the business of cannabis. What benefits do you think this could provide to the Pennsylvania economy and people who want to get into
Well, there's 500,000 jobs with cannabis. You know, there's 500,000 entrepreneurs, really, right? Potential. We could take that and make them 500,000, change the law. They could become 500,000 entrepreneurs for the state, you know, of Pittsburgh, or else Pennsylvania. Else it could be 500,000 fill-ins for the state of Pennsylvania. One or the other. Which one would you rather have?
Have you taken a look at any of the recreational marijuana legalization proposals in PA in the state legislature?
None at all, somebody. But we have to do that. Have you?
Yeah, we were having a conversation this morning with Senator Ward about this, and the opportunity for Pennsylvania is actually at an advantageous state, right? Because you're able to look at a blueprint of states that have rolled out recreational programs, and most of them have done a bad job, right? So being behind the line and instead of out in front of this rapid change throughout the country, in my opinion, is actually advantageous for Pennsylvanians because they can write policy that hopefully will actually become a blueprint for the federal level. Yeah.
Do you think any of the proposals that are currently in the state legislature, do you think those are good ideas?
I'll be honest, I don't know enough about them personally.
One of the aspects that we've seen in some of the proposals has been community justice and equity for the communities that have been hit hardest by criminalization. What would you be looking for something to ensure that those communities have a chance to profit from legalization?
Of course, social equity is a very important issue when we think about this industry on a national scale and on a micro scale, both on state and county level. So certainly, I think that creating an opportunity for those that have been harmed by the war on drugs the most should be at the top of everyone's minds.
There is something that the Farm Bill already legalized, this entire hemp industry. Why don't we just go fully regulate that, make that the safe place, the good thing for cannabis? Why do we need like a full separate legalization of everything?
That's a good question, and I think that's where the lines get blurred, and when states don't have recreational cannabis policy in place, a lot of those consumers go and buy those products that again fall into that loophole industry. But to answer your question more specifically, I don't know why. It's a great question. It should be added within the Farm Bill. But first and foremost, we're too far away from even thinking about that when cannabis continues to be a Schedule I drug, right? It doesn't even fall into the same drug class as fentanyl or cocaine, and that's a major issue. And I can understand after speaking with these senators, knowing that Pennsylvania has very dark red roots within it, how scared people might be of what all of this looks like. So to us, the concept of education is the most important thing. And without education, you can never get to the point where you have regulation, right? And without regulation, you can never get to the point where you have education. I think that the industry needs to do a much better job of educating those that aren't necessarily their subject of people that are going to adopt it, but instead focus on those that aren't.
Mr. Tyson, have you lobbied here in Harrisburg before?
Never in my life. Never.
What do you think of the city?
It's interesting. It's not bad. It reminds me a lot of my town. It's just a lot bigger than Catskill, New York. Everybody knows it. Everybody's friendly. Most people are from out of town, live in Scranton, in suburbs areas. Yeah, I'm familiar with the lifestyle. Yes.
Can you reiterate what message you're sharing with the lawmakers?
Safety in cannabis, rescheduling cannabis, and making it safe. Making it very safe, making it federally registered for if you get sick, like I want it to be like liquor. If you get sick, a store to go to and you can sue them else, bomb the store, whatever you can be. But I just want you to know where to go. Like if you get sick now with cannabis, where are you going to go? To the hospital? Then that's what I want to do, change the safety laws. That's all I'm really concerned about, really, safety.
You said
Final questions?
You said you met with Senator Ward. Was that Tim Ward?
Correct.
And what could you characterize what her response was to your pitch? Do you have any?
Yeah, I think Senator Ward is highly intelligent on this matter. She has strong team members around her that are able to educate her. Senator Ward seems very open, but also very cautious, knowing that the medical program wasn't rolled out as well as it could have been, it sounds like, to ensure that that problem doesn't continue down the cycle with recreational vote. She also noted that her caucus is very, very cautious to this matter in particular. So again, the biggest subject matter that we spoke about as it relates to cannabis within Senator Ward's caucus does come from education.
And what was your name and title again?
I'm Ryan Burke. I'm the president and COO of Tyson 2.0.
Thank you.
Could you spell that?
RyanBurke.
All right, thanks everybody. We've got a bunch of meetings left today on Mr. Tyson's visit, so thank you all for coming. You've all got my contact information if you have follow-up questions or need anything afterward.
Thank you,
everybody.
appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. Head out this way and
Hey, thanks, Mike.
to
Appreciate it.
join us here at the end of the hall.